and talk about that, the Kickoff account. And I also told you I was gonna go live and just talk about some of these other just accounts, I guess, that's kind of out there. Let me put my phone on. Okay, I put my phone on do not disturb. Let me let my windows up too, just in case my kids want to come, because I have no time for that. Okay, perfect. Just put a little air on because it's still hot. Still in the 80s right now. Okay, so let me get straight into it because I have finals right now. The kids have tests coming up, and again, I need them to test 3 years ahead. So every night we just been studying until they get out of school, basically. So I really want to talk about this Kickoff account because I see a lot of people, a lot of my views is coming from people watching these videos about the Kickoff account. And I was like, you know what, I really need to make a video about this because I think that a lot of people, they want to get this account, or they have already gotten this account and they just don't fully understand like what it's about. So there's a few accounts outside of just the Kickoff account I want to talk about. So one of the accounts is the Kickoff account. I definitely regret talking about that, and I necessarily don't have to had these accounts during my Spanish finals. Y'all, I can't talk at all, but I probably didn't have these accounts, but I probably talked about them on my channel before, and I realized they just wasn't good for everybody, and I regret talking about it. If anything, if it wasn't just me having it, but also just me talking about it, I regret it. And I just want to come on here and kind of just talk about it. So if you guys are new to credit, or if you're building credit, I want you guys to see like how I'm thinking about these accounts and how you guys can think about these accounts going forward, because I get a lot of people that ask me, Rickita, can you talk about this account and that account? I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm sorry. But a few of the accounts is, I definitely regret the Kickoff. I definitely regret the My Jewelers. It was good while I was there. If you guys know about it, it's the $5,000 account, so the My Jewelers and the New Coast Direct. And they even had another one that came on like right after, like soon as these ones was closing, it was another one that like popped up. And it didn't last long. Whatever the name of that account was, I definitely regret that. And I also regret the Tumo credit card. Now, it's a few reasons. I made sure I put some notes down so I can make sure I go over everything. It's a few reasons why I regret this account. So the main reason that I really regret that Kickoff account is because Kickoff was doing a thing in the beginning. And when I said it was doing a thing, I mean, you didn't have to put any money down for Kickoff. When I first got the Kickoff account, my credit score went up 37 points. I talk about this all the time. And that's because I had poor utilization at the time. So it helped me. That account reporting actually helped me. So my credit score went up. So I'm telling everybody about it. This is during that time where they'll report basically installment account on all 3 credit bureaus. You ain't have to pay anything. All you have to do is you have to just log in your account, and you just have to when you log in your account, you just have to basically pay $1. But they borrowed you basically that $12. It was fake money. I don't know how to explain it. And that's probably why I understand how Kickoff is working now, and people don't understand Kickoff. It was literally, you have a fake $12 in your account every month. You just have to come in and say, go in there and say pay. You basically just paying $1 back for 12 months. It was reporting to the credit bureau, all 3 credit bureaus, and it was increasing people's credit scores. But the thing that I don't like about them now is they're switching and making people pay. And some people are saying like they're reporting $2,500 account, that $20 is worth it. But to me, it's not. Like, and we're going to talk about to me later on why I think it's not totally worth it just to be paying $20 a month. But just like, let's use our head and just realize like you're throwing away $20 a month. What's that? No, that's more than, what's that, $240 a year. So $240 a year. And please excuse my math, y'all. Like, I literally been they're having a math exam, so we doing math, and then I have my own final, so I can just be all over the place. But I want to make this video for y'all. But y'all paying $240 a year for this account to report a $2,500 account. And I get it. Some people like, this could be the highest one I have. It's helping me. And it's like, we need to build our credit for the long run. So you're gonna tell me you're gonna have to keep paying this $20 per month to this account for them to keep reporting? I'd rather you had just got you a secure credit card that could have graduated. Because I've seen people get the Discover credit card. They put money down on a Discover credit card and they graduated to $2,500. and that's a secure credit card. So do y'all get what I'm saying? And that one, it don't have an annual fee. You can just make sure you pay your statement balance by your due date, and they're going to report to all 3 credit bureaus. Plus, you still having a relationship with Discover. You're not paying them every month. So that's why I say that I just don't vibe with the Kickoff in that instance. Now I do like I had the windows cracked. So y'all know I hate when these flies is coming. I feel like they're attacking me, and they're like everywhere. Seriously. I do like the Kickoff installment account, the one where you pay $10 per month for 12 months. You basically paying $120, but then they give you your money back right away. So if you guys haven't seen that, I did do that video on my YouTube channel. Like, I literally signed up with you guys and I cashed out after the 12 months just to show y'all how it worked. I didn't need it. It dropped my credit score just getting it, and I'm not playing with my credit no more for everybody no more. It's just not worth it. But I do like that account for the people that need an installment account. But don't forget, an installment account, you can get this from your student loans. You can get that from like your car. If you guys have like a car note, basically any personal loan, anything where you have a set amount that you have to pay for a certain amount of months, you have a certain duration. That's what an installment account is. And I tell people to have 2 of them, so you don't necessarily need to get that Kickoff account. But if you don't have anything at all, you need to try to build your credit, then that can definitely help you guys. But like I said, you're paying $20 per month. You're gonna pay $240 per year for this account that's gonna report $2,500. You can get you a Discover secure credit card, and it can graduate to $2,500 because I have personally seen it. And that's why I just don't support that. But again, at $10 per month, okay, we can definitely do that. I like that one. It's gonna help you build your credit. It's reporting to all 3 credit bureaus. And then another thing too, y'all know how they got like the $750 per month with the Kickoff. That one is not reporting to all 3 credit bureaus, and I see it too reporting on either. Some people, like, it's only reporting on 1 credit bureau. So I'm like, this is not worth it. So that's why I just regret talking about it. And I think that people, they see my old videos and I'm like, oh, my credit score went up 37 points, or I show certain clients and their credit score went up a certain amount, and it's like, do y'all know Kickoff has changed? It's not the same no more. So what I was talking about previously did not apply to what they have now. And I just think that I think that account went public. I'm not sure exactly, but I think that, you know, when so many people come on, and it's just kind of like with me when I first started helping. I used to help people with their credit at the library for free. Like, you knew me during that time, you was lit. Like, I'm deleting everything from your credit. I'm helping you get credit cards on the spot. You don't even know me, but I'm helping you do all this stuff. And then I went to, okay, bring canned goods, because I was feeding the homeless. The next day, I'll go and feed the homeless. So I was like, y'all need to help me feed the homeless, because it's a lot. I used to have a lot of, like, homeless people I used to feed on the corner. So I'm like, okay, y'all come and help me. It was a very busy street. So I kind of elevated, and I was like, okay, get a membership. I'll help you. You know, it's elevation to it, but when they come down to the Kickoff, they're not reporting to all 3 credit bureaus. And I think they just getting too greedy with this $20 per month thing. Like, I just don't like that. It's like and don't forget, whenever you stop paying on these accounts, they're going to stop reporting, basically, and you want to have a new closed account on your credit report. So it's just not built for the future, which is something we're going to talk about later on. And like I said too, I put on here, they don't do what they said they're gonna do. So with them, with the Kickoff account, they say, okay, we're gonna report to 2 credit bureaus for that revolving account that they have. But in actuality, when I look on people's credit report, I only see them reporting to 1 credit bureau, and I'm like, this is not helping, you know. And then even with it, the $750 account, people paying $5 per month. I'm like, this is not helping y'all. $5 per month, do the math on it, is what, $60 per year. I'd rather you had got a secure credit card. So think of a credit card having a $60 per year annual fee. That's what I look at this one as. But it's not even reporting to all the credit bureaus. So to me, it's not worth it. And I'm really big on building relationships, because I remember I messed up my credit a few times and I had to build it back up, and I realized that it was quick things that we could have done, like, you know, the My Jewelers, New Coast Direct, you know, you had those different accounts on there, but it's like, where are they at now? I want to build relationships for the long run. I don't want to be investing into these different accounts that's going to get my credit score up right now, and it's not going to help me in the future. So I kind of want you guys to think about that with these accounts too. Are these accounts going to help us in the future? And I just don't see that totally happening with that Kickoff account. How can I join? Oh, my membership. Just go to my website, Rickita.com, and I have like a $1 trial there, or you can do one of the other memberships that's there. But schedule a call too, because some people don't need to be in my membership. I see a lot of people like really get into membership, and it's like, you good. Like, what is it? You know, so schedule a call if y'all have any questions. But it's not going to help us in the long run, and that's the thing. You're right, they don't report at all and they automatically renew you without asking. I don't like that, y'all, and that's why I really want to come on here and talk about it. And again, I said every other day I was gonna come on here and talk about a video. I was gonna make a video talking about something, but I really feel like this should be talked about, because right now all my kickoff videos, when I look on my analytics with YouTube, they say them are my top videos. The videos I'm getting the most views for is my kickoff videos, and I'm like, kickoff's not the same. It's not the same. And I also see too, people are getting they're getting a kickoff account because I guess they were doing like ads on like TikTok, or you know, some of those smaller, I don't want to say smaller platform, but some of them other platforms, and people are just signing up because they think, oh my gosh, it's going to help me. And I tell people all the time, if your credit score is over 620, it's not for you. This is one of the things where you like just filed bankruptcy, or you don't have any credit at all, they're gonna report to the credit bureau. It's gonna give you like a jump start kind of thing. It's just gonna show that you have some company reporting to the credit bureaus for you, so now you can go ahead and get other credit cards. If you guys already have other credit cards, your credit score over the 620 is not really for you all. And I think a lot of people, they just think, oh, I'm gonna get this. Her, you know, her credit score went up this amount, their credit score went up this amount. You gotta think about it, their credit score is in the low 500s. Like when you look at it, or they finally get over the 620 mark, or they get over the 640 mark from their credit score going up 70 some points. And I think that is something that we all have to look at. Some of these companies, I didn't say this one, but y'all tell me about this, because I see other YouTubers making videos about certain accounts. And to be honest, when I wanted to build my channel, if I see it was a credit card that was out there that was new, I want to make a video about it to get the views. Like, that's just being honest. But let me know about this unicorn account, because I just think some of these companies are out here just collecting information from us. Like, seriously, they'll use it for something else that we probably don't know about. But I just don't see it. Like, you know what I mean? And I tested a lot of accounts for you guys. If I talked about it, I did do research on it, but that don't necessarily mean that I have personally done it. You know what I mean? And I see that another YouTuber, they got a video, because my YouTube is telling me, hey, you should make a video about this, and I'm like, no, because I don't see the benefits of having this. But have anybody ever gotten a unicorn? They reported to the credit bureaus, or like, how are they totally working, and are they actually helping you boost your credit score? And is this something that's going to help you for the future, or is this like a temporary thing? Because I just don't see it. And I see some people have, like, you know, I look at like 20 to 30 credit reports per day, and when I see these different type of accounts, like, I'll see it like scattered, where they're reporting to 2 bureau, they're reporting to 1 bureau, and I just don't see the great benefit of these accounts. And somebody on my last live like 2 days ago, they asked me about this, and I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know, like, because they was like, well, how do you use the unicorn? Like, how is it going to work? And I thought I had a complete understanding about it, but I just don't see it. And I personally signed up for the unicorn account to try to figure out how it worked, and I just feel like I gave them my information for nothing. And then on top of that, they wanted me to and that's why I stopped talking about it too, because I'm like, man, forget this. They wanted me to unfreeze, I think it was SageStream, so one of them third-party bureaus, and I'm like, y'all doing too much, to be honest. And I just don't think it's worth it. I have seen people have it reported to the credit bureau, but it's scattered to me. It's not on all 3 credit bureaus, which is what we want. We want to build up all 3 credit bureaus. So if it's not reporting, it's not actually helping you. Credit Karma suggested the Mercury they approved me for $5,000. Oh, that's really good. Congrats. But the Mercury is like an actual credit card. That's not like the these companies I'm talking about right now. But that is really good. I think I had the Mercury too on the best credit cards for bad credit, or to build credit. I definitely believe I have that on there. But like the unicorn, like, what's the point of that one? So I think that some of these companies are literally just collecting information at this point, just to be honest with you. I don't know what they're going to do with it. And the next thing on my list that I put down is with them collecting information, I just think that it's a higher chance when we apply for these accounts. I think it's a higher chance of them actually doing identity, like you have an identity theft done to you, because now you putting your social out there and you just putting your information out there. When you apply for these companies, don't forget you getting your social, your address, your date of birth. You're giving up so much information. I just think that with some of these companies, it's like we put our information out there and we have a higher chance of identity theft. And I hope that all you guys have a freeze on all 3 credit bureaus. Like if I'm going to apply for a credit card, I have to unfreeze them, whether I'm calling them, I'm doing it on some type of app, I'm logging in just the internet using my password for TransUnion, Equifax, and or Experian. Like for Experian, I believe I'm doing it, when I do that, I'm using the app. When I'm doing TransUnion, sometimes just like the call TransUnion, but you could do it online. And Equifax, I log into my account and do it. Oh, so name the cards, the ones I'm having a problem with. So I don't like the Unicorn. I don't like the Kickoff. The My Jewelers is not out right now, but I still had a problem with them. The New Coast Direct, because it's like they came and then they just left. And if any of those temporary cards that we know they're not going to be around for a while, but you get in and help you build your credit a little bit, and now you're trying to figure out what to do because they just dropped you, like the Tumo. I talked about that. And I'm still mad at Tumo because I had $13 that they should have gave me in credit. So I was testing that out for you all, and I like it because they could approve you up to $10,000. But when I tell y'all they just closed all of a sudden, and then they changed it to, oh, we're going to report a $30,000 account onto your credit report, kind of like how Kickoff is doing it, but at a higher number. And some people saying, oh, I got it, but I haven't heard anybody actually come back and tell me how good it was. And I just want us to build accounts for the future in general. Will a late payment from 3 years ago affect my credit card approval odds? It depends on which credit card. You know, if you try to get an easier credit card with a lower limit, I don't think it's going to affect it as much. And I just, I talked about this in my last live. I just would rather you try to do like a goodwill letter or ask the credit bureaus to remove that late payment. I would suggest you just keep trying to remove it, because if you try to get credit cards that's going to offer you a $10,000 limit, $5,000 limit, I think that you're going to have problems with those. But if you're trying to get a $300 credit card, they're probably just going to give it to you $500, $1,000. But I think that when you try to go ask for more money, I think it's going to be a problem, because some of these accounts don't like to see no negative anything at all. And another thing, if you really want to know if it's going to affect your credit card approval odds, if anything, you think of something wrong with your credit or whatever the case may be, go ahead and get the hard hit. You get your hard inquiry. So apply for a credit card. And if they deny you, don't forget, they usually mail you a document and they'll tell you, hey, we denied you because you got too many inquiries, too many derogatory accounts, recent late payments on your existing accounts. They'll tell you exactly what's wrong with it. And I try not to play like the guessing game anymore, and I don't try to count myself out anymore, saying, oh, they're not going to give it to me because it is this and that. I like them to tell me no. And don't forget, I talked about, if you guys have inquiries, I'm not telling y'all what to do, but I'm saying I have heard of people calling the credit bureaus and telling them, hey, I have act like they don't know exactly what's going on. Hey, I have an inquiry. Let me see. With this Capital One, yeah, I haven't acquired Capital One on my credit reports. I don't think that this should be on my credit reports, and this is damaging my credit. I need to get this removed. Don't go on there, I got Capital One, I need to get deleted. Discover, act like you don't know what's going on, and they'll usually delete it right away. And Experian is very good with this. They'll delete an inquiry in less than 4 hours. So if you really want to know like what's going on, are they going to stop you? This late payment is going to stop you. You really should just test the water and like see. Like that's how I'm thinking about it now. Oh, hey, New Consistency, I see you all the time. Hope that you're having a great night. But yeah, I think that we should just test the water. And overall, this is the last thing I had on my list. Overall, all of these accounts that I'm talking about, y'all, they just not lasting long. I have seen people get CPNs, and I kept telling them, okay, this is going to help you temporarily. You're going to get the stuff that you want temporarily, but build your credit for the long haul. And then they end up coming back to me 2 to 3 years later, like, oh yeah, that's not good. I need to, something end up happening. They trying to do something really big, and they like, I need to build my regular credit. I'm like, 2 to 3 years ago, if you would have did this, your credit would be lit right now. Like, don't forget, we can change our credit in 6 months. Your credit can change very quickly, and that's why I tell people, all of the credit cards that's out there, try to get credit cards that's going to be good for the future. So like the Premier credit card, with some of them credit cards, my biggest thing with credit cards now is I'm not gonna pay an annual fee. If I'm gonna pay an annual fee on any of my credit cards, I need to get some TSA. I need to have amazing cash back. I need to have something very, very amazing. I don't want to pay an annual fee on any credit cards, because those are just not the best credit cards for us. Should I wait 2 years before applying? I'm not waiting no time to when it come down to. I hope you have a great night and good live stream. Oh, thank you so much. I definitely will, because the kids will be tired by the time I go in the house. I'm not gonna wait to do anything, y'all. I don't know. It's called me traumatized or whatever, but I had a very bad divorce, and I realized I wasted so much of my, I want to say younger years. I'm 32 now, but I wasted a lot of my prime years. Like, I got married when I was, 20? I got married and just start popping out kids with this person, and it was like, those years was traumatizing. I realized how much time I wasted, and I look at people that say, oh, well, I'm going to just wait to do this. I'm going to wait to do that. And I'm like, no, if I were you with them inquiries, I would call tomorrow. I would sure call tomorrow. And I based off whether I'm going to get new accounts. I based it off the last time I got accounts. So the last time I technically got accounts is in November. I don't plan to get more accounts until November again. So I'm going to wait that year. I don't want to wait, y'all. That whole waiting game, like I told y'all, they trying to make us wait 7.5 years for an account to be deleted off our credit reports. Y'all know how much stuff can change in 7.5 years. We paying more money on certain things because we don't have the best of credit, because we waiting on these accounts to come off. But in actuality, a lot of these people taking shortcuts. And I say people, is the people that's been educated on this for years. The people that's been adding their kids on to their credit cards as authorized user. They kids coming out 18 getting better credit than us. Like, and I say us because I didn't have that chance of being added to my parents' credit card as an authorized user. And I talked to you guys about how I'm doing that with my daughter. I don't want her to say, I'm going to have the best credit at 25, or I can't wait to this. And I remember I used to say I couldn't wait to get to 25 because my dad said, hey, you're going to have the best insurance for your car. Like, certain things, I just don't want to wait. Like, why are we waiting for so much stuff? I will call the credit bureaus tomorrow. That's what I would do. And if they don't do what you need them to do, I will hang up and call back again. And then on top of that, if you go to my website, Rickita.com, and look at it, say free dispute letters, like the first thing that's going to pop up, I give you a free inquiry removal letter. It's free. Like, literally, because I don't want us to sit around for simple things like this. I just know what it's like to sit around waiting on stuff to change. I remember, like, waiting to, like, oh, I can't wait to, waiting for 2 weeks. Like, how much time, like, we're missing. I just think about that. And I used to be like, oh, I can't wait till the kids get older. And now it's like they're kind of older. I got a 2-year-old, 6-year-old now, well, about to be 6-year-old, a 7-year-old, and it's like, dude, I want to cherish these moments now, because the time is going to pass, but I don't want to suffer throughout it in terms of my credit. So I suggest, like, if anything is going on with your credit, just do it now. Ain't no point of waiting. Like I told y'all, they don't even let presidents just sit in the White House for 4 years. I mean, for 7.5 years. Like, we gonna give you 4 years, and if we want you back in there, we'll put you back in there. So why is our account staying on our credit reports for 7.5 years? And I don't want, like, I don't care. They say inquiries for 2 years or 1.5 years. Them things can be deleted tomorrow, and you can change your life tomorrow and get the stuff that you want tomorrow. Especially if you're mature too. That's the biggest thing. If you're mature to be able to handle it, like if you get some new accounts and it's actually helping you, that's good. But don't rush the process. Like, you just filed for bankruptcy. You were just late 3 months ago on your $300 credit card, and now you trying to rush to get you $1,000 or $3,000 credit card because you're just not mature yet. You're not responsible enough to handle that type of money. Like I told y'all, I messed up $70,000 in credit before. I got that in 6 months, and I didn't know about credit like that. So I'm thinking this, I didn't want to say it was free money, but I'm acting like it's a student loan refund check. Like, you know how I was when you first, I don't know about y'all, but when them student loan refund checks when I was younger, the things used to be lit. I used to love them. I wasn't responsible enough to say, like, with me going to school now, I'm like, okay, I'm getting scholarships. Anything left I have, I'm putting it on my student loans. I'm like effectively paying off certain things. I'm responsible now. Back then it was like, oh, I got extra money, I'm gonna go to the mall, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go do that. So if you know that you're not responsible, don't rush the process to fix anything because you haven't understood like how to manage it. But if you know that you're responsible, stop sitting around and waiting, because you're not going to know how responsible you are until you are in certain situations. And that's why I have my daughter now who's 14, she's gonna be 15. I'm like, okay, listen, this is your credit card. So she got my American Express credit card. You're practicing with this. I don't want you to turn 18 and then now you messing up credit because you ain't have a chance to like touch it and understand credit fully, utilization. Like, you need to learn this stuff now, because if you make mistakes, you're still young, you know. I need you to know this stuff now, so when she get older, she's gonna automatically be responsible. So imagine me adding as an authorized user right now, not letting her use my credit cards, because I think she on like 7 of my credit cards. Her not using it, y'all. She's not, when she turned 18, and she actually didn't put her hands on this money. Like, I mean, she on like one of my $9,000 credit cards, she can literally max it out or do something stupid. But the point that she got all this power in her hand right now, and she learning how to not mess it up or how to manage it. When she actually get her own, she gonna be on it. But if y'all not totally responsible, don't rush the process. Like, okay, let me delete all these accounts. I say still delete the accounts, but don't rush it too much, because you're gonna mess it up again very quickly. But if you're responsible, let's not wait the 7.5 years. If you apply for a credit card today, I've seen people do this. They'll apply for a credit card today. They'll get the credit card. It'll get approved, but they'll get that hard inquiry. They'll call the credit bureaus. Hey, I got this. Let me see. What's the name of this account? Do you see it? It's called like Discover. I have a Discover inquiry on. Is it inquiry or inquiry? Like, how do you say it? Like, can you delete this from my credit reports? I think this is hurting me. I think that I should freeze my credit, because I don't know if somebody's like pulling. I don't know exactly what's going on, but can I get this deleted? I see people do that all the time. Like, they'll get an inquiry that they technically applied for a credit card, and they'll get it removed from their credit reports because they know what it's going to be like with this inquiring on credit report. Certain accounts don't like it, but they'll just take action right away just to keep their stuff clean. Like, and I think that that's just what all of us should do. We should take action just to make sure our stuff always stay clean. Like, if it's any question about just waiting, I do not think that we should wait on anything. If you like, should I wait on this or should I wait on that? My motto is, you got to tell me no. That's my new motto, because I counted myself out so many different times telling myself no. When companies didn't tell me no, I'd be thinking, I'm not going to get this credit card. Like I told y'all, I stalked so many credit cards for a while. I remember Discover didn't want to give me a credit card. Every month I'm just applying for it, because they got the pre-qualification too, you guys. A lot of these credit cards got pre-qualification, so you can keep trying and trying and trying until they say, you know what, we're going to give it to you. And I just think that that's the model that all of us should take. Like, they gonna have to tell us no. Like, if y'all learn anything from me, like, let these credit card companies tell y'all no. Don't count yourselves out. And when it come down to like these inquiries or getting rid of any of your accounts, let them tell you no. How can I get rid of a paid settlement? Just disputing it with the credit bureaus and keep disputing it until they tell you no. And I told you guys about the validate. Oh no, you know, I've recorded those videos. They're not out yet. You guys got a free, you got a lot of free letters on my website. I would just send that letter out to the credit bureaus until it get deleted. Oh, excuse me. Do a complaint with the CFPB and the Better Business Bureau. Like, the account got to get deleted. I know we settled, but it got to come off my credit report. So I'll be doing the Better Business Bureau and the CFPB, and then see what's the last date of activity. Because if they re-aged your account, then that's a reason why the account should be like removed. You got to figure out what's wrong with that account so that you don't be like, oh, I'm just trying to mess them over after we settled. That's if you like feel like you have morals, like I don't want to, you know, we settled, I don't want to just be lying trying to get the account deleted. See exactly what's wrong with that account and you dispute it because of that reason. Maybe the date open is incorrect, maybe it's re-aged, maybe they got the balance, you know, maybe they didn't update it to $0 after you settled it, maybe the comments are incorrect. So look at those different things and keep trying to get it deleted. Like I would send out a dispute letter basically every month until it get deleted. How accurate is Credit Karma? So so that's the thing I want to talk about with Credit Karma. So Credit Karma, they're trying to hide our negative accounts, and I say our because we a group. I was looking at a client's credit report, and I'm like, one of your collections were deleted, but you know how they got like the derogatory marks. It didn't have it there, but I guess if they close it, they don't have it as derogatory, but it's still derogatory. Like if it's a collection and it's on your credit report, it's still a derogatory. So what I'm finding out is that you got to go, like if you log it into your account on a website, or maybe you can do it on the app, matter of fact, scroll down to the bottom and click on a full report, because you can see a lot of the accounts there. But in terms of the accounts on your credit report, it's accurate. And then we have over 50 credit scores, so technically that is your Vantage credit score. That is correct. It's not your FICO. So sometimes people say, well, this is not the correct credit score, but that's not necessarily the case. We have multiple credit scores, and a lot of these companies started coming up with their own credit score. Y'all know how Navy Federal gave us our own little credit score. They got their own credit system. So in terms of the credit score, it is an accurate Vantage score for you. And the accounts that's there, they do have them listed, but I found out that they're trying to hide our accounts, and I don't know why, but they're hiding our accounts, which is strange to me. But let me get a drink of water, y'all, because I'm going Oh, Renee, I hate when they close accounts. So I told you guys about Experian send me a notification saying your dormant account, and they put on there, if you haven't used the account in 6 months, it's considered dormant. And remember, I told you guys, usually you got to use your account before the 2 years because they're going to close it. They did that with, like, I told you guys about like the Alpheon, the Smile Generation, a lot of the like cosmetic credit cards. I once wanted to get like my boobs done and get my like some dental work done, and I'm finally like doing it now and not using like credit to do it. But a lot of those credit cards got closed, and for me they was like $15,000 credit cards, $13,000 credit cards. But I was so mad about it. But if we don't use our credit cards, they're going to close it due to inactivity. But I found out that Experian is now considering your account dormant if you haven't used it for 6 months. So that's why I tell everybody now, and I literally just seen this like a week or 2 weeks ago on my personal credit card, and it was like, you now have activity on your dormant account. And it's like, what? Dormant account? What account you talking about? And I looked, and I'm like, oh, that's one of them credit cards I don't use, but I don't want them to close it. So like every 6 months I'll go to Walmart and just like get a whole bunch of stuff I'm finna get anyway, and I'll say, oh, I have multiple transactions, and one thing I'll swipe a card and put that to the side, another thing, swipe a card, put it to the side, just to keep activity on my accounts. But ain't nothing you can do if they close your accounts. I said all that to say that it's nothing you can do other than try to see if you can get the account back open. But yeah, we just have to use our credit cards like that. That's it. We really have to use our credit cards. And thinking about that, I need to go and use some of my credit card. It's 22 cards too many. I think you asking the wrong person, because I always had a lot of credit cards in the past. I told you I had $70,000 in credit. I got so many credit cards at that time. Whoever gave me a credit card every month, I was getting credit cards, right? But I started doing the 60 points in 60 days while I was helping people get 60 points on their credit, their 60-point increases on their credit score in 60 days. So it's like 4 meetups we would have to do in between this time, and one of the meetups was during that time we all applied for credit cards, and I kept applying for credit cards with them, you know, just doing it. Like when they do something, I'll do it too. I'll use like an example or something, and I think I'm well over 22 credit cards. I think that the biggest thing when it comes down to the credit cards is just keeping them active, not keeping a balance on them, and keeping a spreadsheet. If you keep up with those credit cards, you'll be fine. But I think that's like just really the biggest thing when it come down to credit cards. If you're holding a balance on a lot of them, or if you're using a lot of them, just making sure that all of them is on auto pay. That's any credit card. Put all of them on auto pay, and then just keeping up with them. Like I told y'all, like I'm just not all the way there with I would say, I don't want to say all the way there. I do what's best for me when it come down to paying all of my bills. I got them all on the spreadsheet listed, like from the one that's due from first all the way to the 30th or the 31st, and I literally just go down the list and pay them all. I even put my credit cards that I don't use on that list, because I still like to go in and look and see if I had any charges that I didn't know about. But if you're responsible enough to go and do that, then I think that you'll be fine. But don't get to the point where you're not looking at a credit card no more, because you're like, I haven't used it in 3 months, I'm not going to look. If you're not going to be that responsible for the credit cards, then don't do it, because you have to check to see if you have had any identity theft on it. So I don't think 22 credit cards is too many, but if you're trying to buy a house, you have to also think about your debt to income ratio. So the more credit cards you have a balance on, that could affect you. But I really don't think it's that many, especially if you're managing it. Store cards are not good cards. I don't know what to say about that. Store cards are not good cards. I still think store cards, they had a purpose, you know. Yeah, you said it's new to you. Auto pay. So I do auto pay for my minimum balance, and so this is my thing. I do auto pay for all my credit cards. I do auto pay for my minimum balance on all of my credit cards. That way, if something happen or I just forget or something, at least I know that the auto pay is going to work. And say if my credit card is due on the 7th, I do it at least like 4 to 5 days ahead of time, because I had a late payment before that I did not know about, and it hurt my credit, and I'm just traumatized at this point. I have a lot of trauma I have to, I have to definitely fix. So I do auto pay for the minimum. And then I go back in a few days ahead of time too. Like I want to check probably the day after my auto pay is supposed to take a effect, or sometimes too, I told y'all, like in the beginning of the month, like on the 1st or the 2nd or 3rd, I like to go in and pay all of my statement balance on all of my credit cards. So I go down the list and pay the statement balance on all my credit cards, and that's just to make sure I never pay any interest on my credit cards. And then a few days like before my due date, probably right after they take out that minimum payment, and a lot of times they're not taking out that minimum payment because I already paid the statement balance. It's just for emergencies, like, oh, she forgot, let's do it for her. I go in, if I want to have great utilization, I'll pay down the credit card at that point, like just before the due date. I try to do all this before the due date. I know a lot of people, and I used to do this before, I used to be like, oh, I need to do it by my statement date, but at that time I didn't even know about, oh, excuse me, I'm so gassy today. I didn't know about never paying interest on your credit card. I thought you had to pay. Like I didn't know. So I used to just be like, okay, by my due date, I'm gonna pay the minimum payment, and then before the statement day, you know, usually the day after your due date or 2 days after your due date, I'm gonna make sure I pay it all the way off or pay it all the way down. It's like, what? And then I found out that if you pay your statement balance by due date, they can never charge you any interest. I stopped even thinking about that statement date. I don't care about that. That's just the date you're gonna report to the credit bureaus. So if for some reason I'm at the point where I'm using my credit, I'm revolving it. And let me make sure I'm saying this right. Don't forget, I've been studying with my kids all day. I have finals right now too. I'm kind of losing my voice. If I get to the point where I need to use my credit cards, I'm dependent on my credit cards, but I need to have good credit. So say if I have a $5,000 credit card or $4,000 credit card, and I need to keep the utilization low on it, but I'm dependent on this credit card because I'm like cash poor for whatever reason. I'm cash poor. Once they report to the credit bureaus on the statement date, then I'll go ahead and max it out if I need to. But I'll make sure it's paid by the due date, But I'll just wait the 3 or 4 days or whatever the case may be, and then I'll use it after they report to the credit bureaus, because don't forget they report once per month. Now I haven't had to be in this cycle, but I know a lot of people probably in this cycle, and I just remember being there before. So that's probably the only reason why I would care about my statement date at this point, because I don't care about it anymore now, because I just make sure by my due date I already paid my statement balance, so you're not going to charge me any interest. So I really don't care about anything else. And then my due date, I'll just go based off of the due date. I'll just make sure I pay my credit card down as much as I want to pay it down. That's if I care about utilization and care about my credit score. Like I told y'all, right now I don't care about my credit score too much, because I have 0% APR credit cards and I'm holding a balance on them. We're in April right now. I don't plan on getting credit again until November. So if anything, I'll make sure by September, October, I'm just keeping my utilization at its best, because I want to see where my credit score is going to go. I want to make sure I pay down my 0% APR credit cards by then. And then I'll be like, okay, so my credit score is at 780, but I still got to pay a few more credit cards down, or I'm still holding a balance on them. And then I know, okay, it's going to hit over the 800 once I keep my utilization under that 5%. But right now I just don't care. So since I don't care, y'all see, like when I pay my Apple credit card, I'll show you guys me paying my Apple credit card now, because this is like the best example for never paying interest. When I pay that, whatever my statement balance is, I'll just pay it. And I'm using my Apple because I'm just trying to get my limit up, so I'm using as much as I can, and I pay that multiple times, but I'll show you guys like the payment on it. So let me let my workout clothes up, y'all. I'm not trying to have that type of attention on here, but let me see. I agree on keeping the spreadsheets to manage. Yes, auto pay is definitely better. I just use a regular spreadsheet. I just use a regular spreadsheet on Google Docs. I literally have, so these are the rows I have. I have the name of the, I have what account is coming off of, or what credit card the payments coming off of. I think I got my car note on there. I have my energy bill. I have all my bills on just one spreadsheet. So I have, the first row is what account I have, like the last 4 digits of the credit card number, and then like abbreviation, like the 4-digit credit card, and then NF for Navy Federal. It's coming off my Navy Federal credit card. And then the next one I have the name of the account. The next one is the minimum payment. And then the next row is how much I'm going to pay, like the statement balance. And I haven't been updating that. I've just been lazy, honestly, and it's just, I'm doing a lot right now, you know. But I just go in, log into my account. I can see what the statement balance and whatever it is, I'm just paying it. Like, you know, I'm not going to trip off of that. And then the next one is, if it's a 0% APR credit card, that's my guaranteed date. Like, hey, you got to have this credit card paid off. Like one of my, it's like 3 0% APR credit cards. I already paid them off now, but it was like, you got to pay this by May 27, because I got them around the same time. I already paid them off, but I had that date there just so I could remember, hey, have it all the way paid off. Because if y'all don't pay off them 0% APR credit cards on time and start having a statement balance paid off by the due date, they're going to charge you interest on those credit cards as if you never had 0% APR. So that's the thing I put right there. And then I copy that same spreadsheet. So, oh wait, I'll put them in order by the due date. I missed the due date. So the due date, I think the due date comes after the name of the account. So where is it, where the money coming from, the name of the account, and then the due date. So y'all go like this, right? And then I'll copy this spreadsheet, and then I'll put the month and the year. I just keep the year so I can just see later on. I put the month and the year, so I just copy it every month. In the beginning of the month or the last day of the month, I like take myself out and like pamper myself, and then I'll pay all my bills. But I'll just copy it, and once I have it paid, I highlight it a special color, just all one color. And if I cancel any bills, because my goal is to, you know, be completely debt free, and you know, that's my thing. Like, I don't want to have any debt, and if I do have credit cards, I'm not dependent on them, period, ever. It's just for rewards. So if I end up canceling any bills, I highlight that just black so I can never see it again. But when I copy it again the next month, I can just delete it. But then I'd be happy just to say, oh my gosh, you did delete that as a bill. You're never having that a bill anymore. Like when I canceled some of my streaming services and stuff like that. But that's kind of how I keep up with my bills. I just literally I use a blue little highlighter thing, and then just like, okay, I paid that. Okay, let me go on to pay this one, pay that, what to do. And if for some reason I don't do the whole month, I'll go at least do up to the 15th, and then on the 10th or something, I'll go back and do the rest of them. So that's kind of how I do my spreadsheets. And I just use regular Google Docs. That's what I do. I used to write them out, but then I was lazy, and I just realized whatever best for me, I'm gonna do it. Like all I care about is just getting it done. I really regret opening Open Sky. So I still told you I still got my Open Sky credit card. It's $1,000 limit on it. They just took the annual fee out on it, and I just got it open because it's one of my oldest accounts. So when I had to build up my credit years ago, I just got the Open Sky credit card. I don't regret that one. It is what it is. But the Aspire, I can see it. It helped me. It did what it needed to do at the time. I'm going to probably close that out after I do like some major things that I want to do. I don't know when that point is going to come, but I'm just going to keep it open for the heck of it. I just look at it as like a savings account at this point. I'm not a big fan of doing auto pay or maybe pay, so I know it's going through. It also gives me an opportunity to look at my credit card activity, sure that there is not fraud. I do the same thing. I still do auto pay because I'm telling you, I was so mad when I just forgot. I don't know, life sometimes can just get to you. I always just rather know that it's done, like, you know. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. When I honestly didn't have money in my account, I didn't do auto pay. When I thought that I possibly didn't have money to pay even a minimum payment on my credit cards, and I knew I was going to be moving stuff around and doing all this stuff, I didn't do auto pay because that auto pay can hurt you, where now you got a late payment, not a late payment, but you got an overdraft on your account. I didn't like it at that time, but right now it's perfect. I really regret not buying a house in 2008. I don't know why. It is what it is. Certain things like that, it's like, okay, well, you know, do it now. Everything, like all real estate is going up no matter what. So just do it whenever it is. Like that, I don't know, that's just my model right now. Like I just feel like I'm really mature right now. Like seriously, I thought I was mature before, and now like I'm 32, and I just realized, like, I know when I'm in my 40s, I'm like, girl, you ain't know nothing. You thought you knew, because I thought when I was in my 20s I knew everything. You know, I bought my first property at 23. I bought rental properties. I was just into all of this. I thought I knew everything, and then going through a divorce, going through so much, I'm like, girl, you did not know nothing. You thought you knew it. And then like at that point I regret it so much. I'm like, I wish I would have bought more properties. I wish I didn't buy this property. I wish I never did this. I didn't do that. And I just realized, you know, it is what it is in life, y'all. Just now that you know whatever it is that you know that make you say you wish you have done certain things, just go forward and change it. We're all still here. Like I'm gonna call my brother and check on him. Like I literally have a brother that's 34 right now with stage 4 cancer. And I think that's probably what's maturing me a lot, because he's 2 years older than me. And it's like, how is this possible? Like right now, I just don't, I regret this. We have a chance of life right now. Like you can change so much right now. So when it come down to regrets, y'all, we don't have time for it. And that's probably why I say I used to try to sugarcoat my videos, like, oh, if you can't do this, and it's okay. It's not okay. Like don't forget, I'm the same woman that's pulling my kids out at home without a doctor. Like I'm that woman. Like my last 3 kids, I'll take me to the hospital. Okay, listen, put the towels down. I'm finna push this baby out in the bathroom. I'm finna push it out in my room. I'm that person. I need to stay that person. Like when it come down to stuff, y'all, when we know better, let's just do better at that time. Like let's not have regrets. Like seriously, like the nicest way I can say that, like let's not have regrets. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Like we know better now. You watching this right now, you can be watching some other video. You can be watching some bullcrap, some girls fighting. I see people watching people fighting all on the internet. You're not doing that. You watching stuff that's educating you. Like it don't matter. You know what I mean? Like once we know better, let's do better and let's stand on it. Like it is what it is. And you talking to a person that I don't even want to be in school right now. I'm going to school to be an attorney so that I can help y'all sue these companies. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm being honest. Like, y'all see my workout clothes on? I don't want to work out. I don't want to do none of this. But I know that for me to get what I want, I got to start at some point, you know? So, like, please, y'all, like, let's get, if y'all had that thought in y'all mind too, like, I should have did this, I should have did that, like, let's just change stuff going forward. Let's not worry about it. Like, seriously, like it's just crazy. Like, let's not do it. Can you inform us on Kickoff? So I told you I don't like the Kickoff because Kickoff has changed their payment model. Before, when we first got Kickoff, when they first came on the scene, it was like a $12 account technically that reported to all 3 credit bureaus. You didn't have to pay the $12. They gave you like a fake $12, and every month you would just go in and click pay, and it was like, it'll just report that you paid it, and it boosted your credit score a lot. But now it's to the point where they're making people pay $20 per month for a $2,500 account to be reported to your credit reports. But I was telling people I don't like that, because I have seen people get a secure credit card with Discover or Navy Federal, and then they could end up in 6 months, 7 months with no annual fee, putting up the money that they're going to get back because it's a secure credit card that graduate. They end up getting this money back and graduate this credit card to a $2,000 credit card or $2,500 credit card. And with Kickoff, they're not reporting to all 3 credit bureaus, which is a big problem. So I just think that right now, Kickoff is just not for people, and we need to think about our credit in the long run. So I don't. That's the thing about the Kickoff. Now, I do like the $10. You know, you pay the $10 per month for 12 months. I do like that one, because what you paying is what you're gonna end up getting back. But I just don't like the the $5 one. It's like, okay, it's $60 per year. It's the problem still for me. But that $20 per month is just a no. I don't see it. You know what I mean? I just can't see paying $240 per year. I just don't see it. So that's my thing about Kickoff. And then I see some people getting a Kickoff account when their credit score is over 620. 580 to me is kicking it, is pushing it. Kickoff to me is for people that have a very low credit score. You just file bankruptcy. Ain't nobody messing with you. You got to get secure credit cards. Your credit score is so low because you got so many credit cards that got late payments, and now you got to go in and delete all of those accounts from your credit reports. But you want to start having something to report right away. That's what Kickoff is for to me. Like, you ain't got no other choice. Are you fresh, just got, you know, you trying to build a credit score. You trying to even let the credit bureaus know you're an actual person because you haven't built any credit. That's who it's for. But I just think that if you want to build credit for the future, that's not the account for you, because anytime we stop paying on our accounts, or even Renee talked about how they end up closing one of her accounts on here, that's an account that's no longer going to be reporting for us. And having a closed account on your credit report is not good. It's all right, but what I'm saying, we want to keep our credit cards open for the long run, and Kickoff is not something you're gonna keep forever. It's like a temporary solution, basically. You know, you got a hole in your tire, you can throw a donut on real quick, but you can't ride around with that donut forever. You really need to get your tire changed as soon as possible. It's that kind of thing, and that tire can last you a long time. That donut is temporary. So I want us to get to the point where we just getting our tire fixed completely. We getting credit cards that we can have for a long time, but we just stop riding around with these donuts for too long. Like, you know what I mean? If you need to temporarily get it to get you a boost in your credit score because you just filed bankruptcy, and you like me, like I told y'all, when I filed bankruptcy before, I didn't go through with my bankruptcy, but I ended up getting dismissed. But my credit score, it was in the low 500s at the time, but I got my credit score over 700s in less than 6 months. So if you trying to get like a quick boost, you trying to get into some credit cards real quick, you already know, like, I'm not gonna mess up no more. Like, I know I went wrong. I'm gonna be responsible. I need to just get my credit good because I want to buy a house. I'm trying to get some certain credit cards, or, you know, I'm just trying to change my life very quickly and start maintaining this stuff. Then go ahead and do a quick little boost to it, but don't have it as an account that you want to have forever. Like, that was my thing with the Kickoff. Now, I talked about the unicorn account too, and Also, the 2 more just closing. I just want us to look at accounts that been around for a while and deal with those credit cards. Like, I know it's gonna be a lot of accounts keep popping up, but let's not be the ones that get caught up in this. And y'all see me talking about it on the channel. To be honest with you, a lot of these credit cards is temporary. So I talked about like the My Jewelers when they report the $5,000 account or the New Coast Direct. Those accounts had their purpose at the time. You get $10,000 added to your credit reports, but you really got that for temporarily boost your credit score to help with your utilization, or you got those just to make sure that you have higher limit credit cards on your credit report. So when you go and apply for some other credit cards, they'll see that and give you a higher limit. But I just don't want us to get caught up in those type of accounts. I told you I have like over 20 credit cards for sure. I have, so let me talk about the top credit cards that I use. So my top credit cards that I use is my Apple, my Navy Federal credit cards, my Discover credit cards. I have Chase credit cards, but my favorite one is my Amazon credit card, Wells Fargo credit cards. These are the top ones I use, but I have, my Lowe's. I've been using my Lowe's credit card too because I love that one for my 0% APR for 6 months gift cards. Like, I've been loving it, especially like for trips and stuff like that. But those are the ones that I use, but I have a lot of them. There's just like here or there that I don't care about. Like, I got 0% with the Goldman Sachs, you know, the little Cadillac with the GM Rewards credit card. My 0% APR is up. I don't care about it anymore. I'm gonna use it every 5 months just to use it. Like, it's just credit cards like that. I don't care about it. But my top credit cards, literally, that I use, like, that's my main cards, is my Apple, my Wells Fargo, my Discover. Those are my favorite. And my Amazon, like that, that's really like my top ones that I'm using right now. But like I said, I have a lot of them, but I just don't care about them. I just have them. Are you still flipping houses? I'm building my credit to get into that. I didn't necessarily flip houses. You know, usually when you think about flipping, I guess you can call it flipping a house. But some people, you know, sold them. I kept them. That was my thing. But I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm just being honest with y'all now because I don't like when I have to tiptoe and talk about certain things. When I went through my divorce, the reason why my divorce took a while is because I was fighting over the properties that I bought myself, you know, and like, it was horrible. So I told myself I'm not going to get anything until my divorce is finalized. I'm not going to do anything. But I didn't, like, I moved to Florida and I didn't realize how much of a change that was going to be with me, and the place where I was buying these properties at, they were very cheap. I cannot find that stuff out here. Like, I'm in the process of trying to buy some land out here, and it's just horrible. Every time I think I'm going to buy some, it's just not what it needs to be. But I'm definitely going to get back into that next year. My top priorities this year is just personal life stuff, like my 14-year-old starting college. She had to get some surgeries done because she's a baby. She got burnt. I had left her with somebody, her hand got burnt. We've been doing surgeries for that. My kids are getting skipped in school. You know, I'll be graduating with my associates because I just started going back to school to become this lawyer to help all of us. So I'm graduating my associates. I'm starting my bachelor's. Like, that's my top priority right now. But I am going to get back into the property thing next year, and then hopefully I'll take y'all along on my journey with that. And my biggest thing when it came down to the properties, like, I had a tenant burn my house down because she got evicted. Like, so I don't have time for headaches right now, to be honest. So I just, like, right now, I'm just, my priorities. I remember when I was younger, it was somebody told me I didn't get my priorities straight. It was a building inspector. I was complaining about the place that I was renting, and he like, you bought all these Christmas presents for your 1-year-old daughter that can't even talk. Because I think she had like over 40 presents under the tree. He's like, you need to get your priorities straight because you complain about this building you in when you need to go and just move. So right now, I'm just getting my priorities straight, and I'm just standing on just me having my priorities straight and then keeping my sanity. I took 34 credits last semester. So I can't handle a lot right now. And y'all see I'm chunky. I am chunky. So I'm just trying to work out, like, I'm just trying to get my mind right this year, but I am going to be back doing it next year. And I'll take y'all along with me when I do certain things. I'll just record. But my thing, I be trying to make everything look cute and aesthetics. I just realized I'm just going live, like right now, to me looking a mess. I just rather talk and put the information out there. So I'm definitely going to start doing that. But I would rather have something that feels it. Like when I bought my first house, it was a condo. I paid cash for that. I want to stay cash side of it and maybe using credit to fix it up, but have it paid off within 6 months to a year. Some people want to get to the point where they're buying properties and they want to get a loan on it. I just don't want to go that route. Like Dave Ramsey didn't touch me. I paid off my other vehicle, paying off so much debt. Listen to Dave Ramsey, but I still like my credit cards, and I kind of want to mix them both. So I kind of want to have some type of income that's going to fuel it. Like I want to have my income so high that I'm using my income to fix on stuff. I don't need to borrow money from nobody. That's kind of where I'm at. So I just want to focus on my sanity this year, my family, my body too. I told y'all about my brother. I just want to make sure my health is just at its best. I used to be vegan. I'm not vegan no more. I had the last baby. I want some chicken wings. So I work so hard to be vegan. I just want to focus on that and just focus on getting my money up. Like seriously, that's all I'm focusing on right now. And he didn't pay it. Ooh, excuse me. Now you have an Apple Card with a high limit. So even with my daughter being on my credit card, I still check it. Like she 14 though, but I'm still like checking it. I'm still looking at it. I would lose it if that was to happen when she didn't pay it. I would lose it. But I would ask for, if it's on your credit report as a late payment, I would ask the credit bureaus to remove that late payment. Yeah, that's what I would just do basically. And I had an Apple Card with a high limit. And don't let him get on Apple. Don't let him mess around with the Apple. I need a card. If I was younger and like I don't like the car notes, the only reason I got this car, the last cards is for write-offs. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would pay cash for a car. Like if you ain't got it where you need to write off that debt, I wouldn't technically like get a car. Like if you can help it, like I just don't want to be the one to advocate for a loan. If you do get a loan, try not to think, ooh, like the most flashiest car. Get you a car that's gonna do what you need it to do. That's it. If you could pay cash, I would swear I would tell y'all to just get a cash car and get your money like right to the point where you can have enough to keep buying whatever car you want. That's honestly what I would tell you. Like my daughter right now, like I know she's much younger than you, but she's getting her a cash car. I agreed that if she get her a nursing degree, because she'll graduate with her AA at 17, with her starting college so young. She already done with she'll be done with all her high school classes next month. I'm telling her, like, get you a cash car. And I told her if she get her degree in nursing, I'll buy her a car. But in reality, like, if you can help it, like, put your focus on like not having debt. Like seriously, especially not in a car. Y'all know if y'all older and y'all been through some stuff, y'all know how these cars is. We'll get a car and we'll be upside down on it very quick, especially if you got a high interest rate on it. Like I'm not going to tell you to do that. I would tell you to get you a side job or get you something to just hurry up and buy you a little quick car, to be honest with you. And if you have to finance it, try to get on somebody credit cards, authorized user. Keep all your credit cards below the 5% if you have any, and just get your credit score as high as you can get it, and then try to see if you can get a loan from like a credit union to get you a very great interest rate if you have to. And just because they say you approved for 30,000, don't go all the way up there and get the best one you can get. Try to get you something that's really nice. You know, I would say like my first car that I financed was at 15,000, and I was upside down on it before I like very quickly. But I just don't suggest car debt like at all. Like seriously, I just don't suggest it. But just get your credit score as best as you can if you need to if you really want to finance a car, and then go ahead and finance it, but try to finance it with a credit union. Oh, Renee, no, no, no. I'm talking so fast. And you know what's so funny? Um, you said I'm going so fast. For me learning my Spanish right now, I'd be like, "Okay, like what are you saying?" I feel like they talk so fast, and here I am. But honestly, I'm over my hour. You see, my man just came home, and it's like, I was supposed to be done by now, and I got to put the baby in the bed. But go to my website, Rickita.com, and I'll definitely talk to you. Schedule a call. We can definitely talk. If you say reliable too, don't say reliable because I'm thinking you can just get you a little. I mean, I don't want to call it putt putt, but seriously, you can get you a little car, $1,500, $2,000. That would be so great for you. I'm telling you, because you won't have a car note. Just get you something real decent. That's what I would suggest. He didn't serve you because I ain't a millionaire. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't a millionaire. I am not. I'm going to be there, but I am not there. Oh, my brother name is Chris. So you don't have credit cards. I have over 20 credit cards. Okay, we talked about your car. Credit. Okay, listen. When I filed for bankruptcy, Credit One gave me a credit card like right away, and it helped me build my credit. So I just feel like these cards do suck for the long run, but sometimes you just get in, get out. Like y'all ever hear? Yeah, I don't want to say this because I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea about me. But y'all ever hear Cat William on his old stand up, and he was like some of y'all got a temporary man. Like, y'all ever hear that? Like, it's gonna be good for y'all right now, but it's y'all stepping stone, man. Y'all ever hear that? I don't know. Don't say anything bad. But that's what I think about. Like, some of these accounts are like temporary. I mean, for the next 3 months, 6 months, get you the credit card you really need and move on. Y'all been there, done that. Y'all already know, but that's real. Like, them some of the credit cards, like Kickoff, it could probably help you for right now, but it ain't something you're gonna keep forever. Like as soon as you get kicked off, once they start reporting, if they even do what they need to do, then you need to go and get you some more credit card. Once the premier card, at least they're reporting to all three credit bureau. Credit One's gonna report to all credit bureaus. Not gonna be the best, but once they start reporting, keep your utilization very low, and in about 3 months, go ahead and apply for some more credit cards. Because don't forget, Apple not gonna mess with you unless you have about 5 credit cards anyway. So if you're trying to get certain credit cards, you have to get your credit score higher. So they have their things basically. Credit scores. I don't know. Oh, I would just take them off. I would just honestly take them off. In terms of him messing up your American Express, the pedal sucks too. I'm in Florida now. Renee, I am chunky. I'm used to being so much smaller. Um, I'm 32. My daughter is a Five Nights at Freddy fan. She actually had that. She got like some jersey thing she was wearing today too. So if you're financing the car, I mean you're getting a full on loan for this car, and the car is yours. If you're leasing a car, you're only gonna have it for a certain amount of time. You have a certain amount you have to pay every month on it. You're gonna eventually turn the car back in. But I have heard, I never leased a vehicle, but I have heard of people saying that leasing a vehicle can be great. But to me, any financing with a vehicle, I just think that it's better if you're gonna have it as a write off. To be honest, yeah, buy cars cash. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, or in Orlando for yeah, that's where I'm at. So this gonna be my last thing. If y'all have any questions, definitely let me know. But we definitely over that hour. Let me get a sip of my water, because I do not care about interest on any of my credit cards. That's good that the First Premier gave you a chance after a bankruptcy, but my thing is, and again, I told you I'm traumatized. Maybe I'm not marrying, or I'm not being stuck to nothing that's not being stuck to me, period. So when it come down to credit cards, or if it's not beneficial for us, like, do what you need to do temporarily with certain accounts. Like, having a high interest rate, I don't care about that. I'm going to go over that in a minute. But a high annual fee for no reason, like some of these cards have like maintenance on it, where you paying $8 a month in maintenance, $10 a month, like, or basically a high annual fee. I don't like that at all. Let me scroll down, because some of these comments is not what it needs to be. I am not trying to be that person. But for the credit cards that have a high annual fee, I don't like that at all. Like, if it have a high annual fee, then I need to get rid of you at some point, and like, I need to move on, me some more credit cards. It's gonna report to the credit bureaus, and then eventually close these cards that have a high annual fee. But again, when it come down to your interest rate on your credit cards, we shouldn't even be caring about that, because if y'all watching me, remember, I'm the person that say pay your statement balance by your due date. And if you keep paying your statement balance by your due date, I don't care if they charge you 300% interest. The point that you do not have, you paying off your statement balance every month, they'll never charge you interest. You never paying no fees. So yeah, you might get $50 in cash back, but you're never paying any interest on these credit cards, because you're paying your statement balance by your due date. The only time I'm holding a balance on any of these credit cards is that they're going to give me a 0% APR credit card. That's the only time I'm going to hold a balance. And then if you're going to give me 0% for 12 months, I'm going to make sure it's paid off in the 10th month or the 11th month. Period. I'm never holding a balance on a credit card. So, like, let's not care about too much the interest, because again, we should not be holding balance on these credit cards, because if you guys were to invest in the stock market, we're not even getting the rates that these credit cards is getting in the stock market. So why are we giving them that by holding a balance on our credit cards? Like, just literally whatever your statement balance is. And then if you haven't seen my video of me paying my Apple credit card, go there and check it out, because Apple do a great job of explaining. If you pay this, which is your balance from last month, we're not going to charge you any interest at all. But if you pay all these other ones that's lower, you paying a minimum payment, you paying partial, we charge you interest, and they tell you how much they're going to charge you. If I would pay the minimum payment on my Apple credit card, if I pay like $25, they said they're going to charge me over $15 in interest. So you telling me majority of the money going to go to y'all. It's not even going to go to paying my balance off. So if you guys are paying your statement balance by your due date, we never paying any interest in the first place. You know, and I want us to continue to do that. So let's not care about the interest. What we should be caring about is the annual fee. How much money you charging us to hold this card, or just to have this card? Because in my last video, my last live, I told you guys about, I seen somebody had a Discover credit card reporting from 1997. Do y'all know how much age is on that credit card? How much that is helping them? Imagine they had a $100 annual fee or $120 annual fee. So you telling me you've been paying them $120 a year for this credit card? I know they don't have it, but I'm just saying, like, you want to hold a card that long, and you don't want the annual fee to be a reason why you want to close it. So that's why I tell people to focus on that annual fee, because to me, that's the biggest thing. When it comes down to the interest, we just need to pay our statement balance by our due date. Do not hold a balance on these credit cards. If y'all need to hold a balance on y'all credit cards, let me look at y'all credit reports. Let's do some switcherooing and, you know, paying off credit cards and then maxing it back out after they report, but at least getting your credit score higher, so you can get some 0% APR credit cards, and you can hold a balance on that and then pay that off as fast as you can. Because I just want you to stop paying interest to these credit card companies, because that's a lot of money. Even at $15, if I was just to pay that minimum payment on my Apple, $15, I can get some, I don't know, I can get a meal somewhere with that. I don't know, I can go get some Chinese food or something. I don't know, get some orange chicken. I'm just thinking about that, like, it can be used towards something, you know. All that money adds up. So imagine if you paying a minimum on all your credit cards. So like with me, I have over 20 credit cards. I don't have a balance on them, but just imagine I have 10 credit cards and they charging me $15 a piece. That's $150 per month I'm paying in interest. So it's just going out the door. That's more than $150 is more than my phone bill. And I got an iPad on my phone. I have my daughter's, I have mine. That's more than my phone bill. You know, so I think about stuff like that. Like, let's pay our statement balance by our due date to never pay interest on our credit cards. And let me go back down and see. Oh, that's good. Good, good, good. I'm glad to give you a good credit score. Okay, so my thing with the pledge, I still have my pledge just to test it out to see how it's gonna go. If you want a quick fix, when I say you want your credit score to go up right now, you ain't trying to wait, you need your credit score to go up as soon as possible, then I do suggest you go ahead and pay the 90%, because at least when they report to the credit bureau, your balance going to be very, very low and you see your credit score go up. But if you care about the long haul of it, you want to have something that's going to report longer, and you want to build a relationship, because one thing that Navy Federal told me, and I'm like, let me just do some more stuff then. They told me, it's something about some around this. They said they extended the most to me, or I don't have enough products for them to give me a higher credit limit, or it's somewhat around that. So I'm like, basically, they still need to build a better relationship with them. So I was like, let me get the players loan, set up some more direct deposits, things like that, to build a better relationship with them. But that's the reason why I did it. I didn't care about it reporting to the credit bureau to increasing my credit score, because once that pledge loan was added to my credit report, my credit score did go down because my average ages of accounts were messed up. But if you want your credit score just to go up very fast, all you care about, you got this to try to see if you can get a quick boost to your credit score, then go ahead and pay that 90% off right away. That's what I would suggest. But if you don't, you just need to, build a better relationship with Navy Federal. You just want to show them that you can pay on more products, or whatever the case may be, like how I am right now. Then just go ahead and and I'm not paying a minimum, because I still pay like 2 payments at one time. So I'm like, I don't want to mess this up. Like, forget about this account. And I honestly didn't put that account on my spreadsheet I told y'all about, 2 of my bills. So I don't want to mess it up. So I need to finish paying mine off. But it's paid off. My next bill is not due. I paid was due technically for next month already. So it's not going to be due again until June. But still. Thank you so much, Money Gang. Hey, Kylie. Yeah, definitely put auto pay on all your credit cards. How is... Mine know you ain't got no account, Kylie. Like, you out here catfishing, because that is not your account. If you really is my mama, you out here catfishing. It's not my mama name. I think for all the credit cards, all I'm thinking about is the annual fee. If you guys have an annual fee on them, or high annual fee, I just don't want you to have it. That's my thing. And if you are going to have it, because I mean, be honest, I was desperate at one point, because you desperate, you need something to report, you can't really put money down on it, then go ahead and get one of those credit cards. But understand they're temporary. Understanding temporary. Say, I'm going to have this really, all I care about is having this account really for this year, because my annual fee, before my annual fee is coming, or maybe I'll pay one annual fee, but before my second will come, I need to already have my credit lit. I need to make sure I got me at least 6 more credit cards. If you have that type of mentality, then go ahead and get it. Some of the cards that have an annual fee, but try not to get cards that have an annual fee. But I don't really like Chase, because I care about 0% APR. The Chase, only Chase credit card that I care about is my Amazon. That's it, really. Let's just be honest. Like, when I had 0% on my Chase card, I liked it. But after I paid it off, it's like, okay, that was it. I did do classes where I was teaching people how to get their credit score up 60 points in 60 days. And, if you do that class every 2 months, you can get 60 points, 30 points a month. Your credit was really good by the end of the year. I used to do that, but I am doing classes to be a lawyer. Like, I'm working my way to be a lawyer right now, and I just don't have the time. And I do have a course to have all of this stuff in there. Excuse me. Yeah, I screwed up the pledge loan with Navy Federal somehow. Oh no. See, that's my worst fear. I forget to pay it or something like that. Because like I said, I don't have it on my thing. I'm about to file bankruptcy, 60K in a hole. Okay, so if you file bankruptcy, I'm not going to convince you not to do it. If you about to file bankruptcy, this is what you do to avoid it from being on your credit reports. So I wish I would have had it on me right now, but I don't have my wallet with me. And I don't know if this is wrong. I want to be able to talk freely. Like, I don't care. I don't want to be able to talk freely. So when you guys file for bankruptcy, I want you to make sure that you have your driver's license or your ID, and then I want you to have a passport, because when you file for bankruptcy, a lot of times you have to give them a copy of like your ID, right? So your ID is going to have your address on it. If you can, go ahead and give me your ID, but understand that you need to add a new address to your credit report that's not associated with your bankruptcy. Keep in your mind that, hey, this bankruptcy probably finna show up on my credit report. I need to get it deleted. So give them your driver's license with your ID, with your address on your ID, but I need you to contact the credit bureaus and add a new address on your credit report as soon as possible, because the credit bureaus probably already got your address for your bankruptcy. You need to do the same thing with LexisNexis, because LexisNexis is the one that's going to have your bankruptcy. And also you need to add that new address on, and you need to delete that old address plus the other addresses. Like LexisNexis had like 20 addresses for me. When I started disputing LexisNexis because I had to remove my bankruptcy, they had like 20 addresses. So have them remove the address that you filed your bankruptcy with plus all the other addresses, because if you do this, you're going to avoid them connecting that bankruptcy to you and add it to your credit report. But just because that bankruptcy not added on your credit report, you still want to fight every account that's on your credit report that has it reported included in bankruptcy. Because a lot of times it's not going to report included in bankruptcy because that bankruptcy was not added on your credit report. But that is a requirement, and it is a law and a violation if they don't add that it was included in your bankruptcy. And you can also dispute all of those accounts. Like, if you know you finna, like, my thing is, I have clients that's like 30 days late on a credit card, and I'm asking them, like, are you gonna pay this for real, or like, are you gonna let this be charged off? Let's be honest, because if it's gonna get charged off, you need to stop asking. We need to stop asking to remove the late payments. We need to get these accounts deleted. So if you know you're about to file bankruptcy, you need to start deleting all of those accounts anyway today. Like, it don't matter, because your credit report has nothing to do with whether or not you owe a debt. Your credit report is just information about what you have going on. So if you know eventually you about to file bankruptcy pretty soon, you need to start deleting them accounts right away anyway. Even some of the current accounts that you're technically about to put on your bankruptcy, because if it's already deleted, you won't have to worry about the hard hit of them talking about your bankruptcy. It's going to already be on your credit reports. And then once you file bankruptcy, once it's just discharged, you need to add some new accounts on your credit reports as soon as possible, because that's going to help you increase your credit score as soon as possible. So you need to have a list. If you have to get secure credit cards, fine, get the secure credit cards. And Discover don't like bankruptcies. Citibank don't like bankruptcies. So I would suggest this: if you file bankruptcy, before that bankruptcy is added to your credit reports, or you should have already been fighting it the way I told you, basically. Well, I didn't tell you this part. When you are fighting and disputing accounts going forward in general, use your passport, because your passport don't have your address on it. And you can add any address to a bank statement, because again, the credit bureaus want to know what's your new address. And I told you got to add a new address on. I don't care if it's your sister, your cousin. I even see I'm not gonna say that part of it, but y'all talk to me personally about that part. The other part about address, and you won't have nobody. Use a different address and use your passport, because your passport don't have an address on it, and dispute all of your accounts. You can avoid that bankruptcy being added on, so that you can go ahead. If you didn't have the Discover and you didn't include them in your bankruptcy, you can ask them for a secure credit card. But if Discover see a bankruptcy on your credit report, they're not going to want to give you a secure credit card. So try to dispute that bankruptcy, and keep disputing it right away. Just keep fighting all of your accounts on your credit reports right away as soon as possible. Probably tomorrow. If you know for sure you're about to file bankruptcy, or you're going to stop paying on certain recurring accounts, you need to really get them deleted right away. And some people like, that's illegal. Okay, listen, even on your current accounts, if you line all of your current accounts up, say if, like my Discover credit card, if I look on my credit report, they got some stuff wrong on bureaus. Like, hey, this is the wrong day open. But I'm not going to trip on them right now because I'm current on it. They report it. I'm cool. But if I ever need to get deleted, I know exactly what's wrong because our credit reports have to be 100% accurate. So I'm pretty sure every account on our credit report is already inaccurate. So start deleting that stuff right away, and keep in your mind, if I have to do secure credit cards, I'm going to do it. Because if you do that, like I told y'all, when I filed bankruptcy, my credit scores, the bankruptcy was added to my credit reports. I didn't know what I know now about the address, switcheroo stuff. You know, I didn't know all of that stuff. I had to go and remove it from LexisNexis, dispute it with the credit bureaus. I had to do all that stuff. But if I know what I knew now, I would have, my credit score would be lit even faster. But I had a low 500s, and in less than 6 months I got over 700s by just deleting all my accounts, deleting the bankruptcy, and adding new accounts as soon as possible. Like, don't overthink it. If you got to get secured, get secured. And just do whatever, do what you have to do. And like I told you, I had to get the credit one. I ain't have to, but I got the credit one. That helped me build my credit back up. I got the Open Sky. That helped me build my credit back up. But just get any account that you can to report to the credit bureaus as soon as possible, and keep the balance low on those credit cards. That's really the key. But if you know you're going to file bankruptcy, like, do what you need to do as soon as possible. I did. I paid the 90% and then forgot. So, oh my gosh! I don't mean to laugh, Leah. That's my fear. That's my fear. That's my fear. Yeah, Renee. Schedule the call. Go to my website. My name, Rickita.com, and then it should be like the first link at the top that says schedule a call. I'll be happy to talk to you. And if you guys have negative accounts, like, you know, I'm telling you, oh, delete this, delete that, I have a free dispute letter on my website. And then plus, like on Rickita.com, you'll see a free dispute letter. And that package that I have is a free dispute letter, inquiry removal letter. I had the letter that you'll send to the courthouse. Talk to me about that, because that's going to be kind of challenging. You probably shouldn't need it though. Excuse me. And then I have a validation of debt letter. So say if a collection company are sending you letters in the mail saying, hey, we have this new debt for you for $1,000, you know, $1,000. If you don't respond to us in 30 days, then we are going to put this in your credit report. I have a letter that you can send them, because our biggest thing is we're letting collection companies just call us. And y'all know we not new regulation now where they're able to email us, text us, leave us voicemails. Like, they got more stuff that they can do against us. And we haven't even learned the basic of debt validation. So get that letter on my website, Rickita.com. I even have a membership too. Like, if you need me to help you go in and delete these accounts from your credit reports, as long as you're a member of my membership, you got your credit reports available, I'm down to help you. And then also, if you have like a bankruptcy, or if you have late payments or charge off, I have special targeted letters that you can use to remove these special accounts. Because maybe you want to get to the point where you got all of your accounts deleted, but you got this collection that's just lingering there. Then you need to use the targeted letter for collections to remove it from your credit reports. But I'm going to go live again in 2 more days, you all. So I'm going to go live again in 2 more days. If y'all have any questions before then, because today is Tuesday, so I'll go live on Thursday. If y'all have any questions before then, schedule a call. I'm definitely going to be available. But just make sure, if y'all talk to me, don't waste my time, because I just talk freely with y'all. Like, you need to do this, this, and that. And then sometimes, like, okay, I'm going to email you this letter, send this out. Don't waste my time, because honestly, I had a client tell me, hey, Rickita, like, you need to stop having these calls. Like, seriously, you need to focus on your studies. And that's very true. So don't waste my time. If y'all know y'all not gonna do what y'all need to do, like, don't schedule a call. Or talk to Esther on my team. Talk to Rose on my team. That's like why I employed them to help everybody. And if I start saying my time getting wasted a lot, like, y'all not doing what y'all need to do, y'all not calling me back saying, hey, Rickita, I did get this credit card, or I find out like I still have access to your credit report, and you my client, and you haven't did like the simple things, like, I don't want to be on the phone, like, you know what I mean? And that's just being honest, because I just have a lot of stuff going on. Okay, that's good. And again, schedule a call, and Leah, just try to see if you can do something about that late payment. And if oh, you talked to Esther? Okay, good. And if you find out too, like if you remember, if you have any questions, I'm always available. We won't be on the phone for an hour. Let's figure it out, whatever we got to figure out. And if I tell y'all to have 4 credit cards minimum, get the 4 credit cards as soon as possible, okay? Get them as soon as possible. But I'll see you all later. I gotta go in. At least I already gave the baby a bath, right? I already did our study and gave the baby a bath. I have to write a paper for Spanish too. And I barely even know how to do some basic stuff. So let me kind of do some of that. And then I still have to get in the shower and get some rest. But I will talk to you all later on. So Renee, I got different plans for the membership. So some you could just start for $1, some you could pay $99 to start, and then I even have like a lifetime one where you can be in for a lifetime. And I have a lot of people that actually did the lifetime, and they come back in 2 years like, hey Rickita, I got this new account, and it's like, come, let me see, I'm gonna help you delete it, you know. So it's definitely going to be worth it, whatever it is. But I'll see you all later, and you can see the memberships on my website too. I'll see you.